What's up, peeps, and welcome back to the Lionel B Show. If it's your first time tuning into the channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the videos, man. Also, make sure y'all click that notification bell button so anytime we drop a brand new video, y'all be the first ones to get it. Now, before we get this video popped off, man, I want y'all to make sure y'all check out the dopest website around, blackisht.com. Always hitting y'all with the first in celebrity news, gossip, and entertainment. Make sure y'all follow them on Twitter, Instagram, and sign up for the newsletter on the website. Arguably one of the most classic cult hip-hop film, man, Juice came out in major cities in 1992. Now, it spawned so many trends that forever changed the world and the music industry. The film was directed by Ernest Dickerson, who at the time was in his 40s, and it's a coming-of-age film of 4 young teenagers dealing with inner-city life, murder, and betrayal. During the making of the film, Tupac was so intense that he wanted to stay in character as much as possible, so he made everyone call him Bishop, even off-screen. He had a bad habit of walking off set between filming, and Jermaine Hopkins tried pranking Tupac by telling him he had gotten fired for leaving so much. Now, once Pac actually discovered it was all a prank, they actually got into a real fight. And also, Jermaine Hopkins, he wasn't really feeling Tupac, man, because Tupac actually used to bully him a whole lot. Omar Epps, a high school senior at the time, was spinning the records in real life in those battles. It did take him some time to learn it, but eventually he got the hang of it. Now, the director wanted him to really look authentic on screen, so he actually advised him to make sure that he knew how to spin, or at least come across that he knew how to spin. So Omar Epps definitely took it serious, and he played a very believable role in the movie. Now, also, Tupac would often hang out in between filming with real guys from the neighborhood, so he could better understand their culture and their style. Now, the initial ending of Juice had Bishop begging to die, but the film that appeared in theaters showed his fingers slipped out of Q's hand. Jermaine "Huggy" Hopkins was born August 23, 1973 in Newark, New Jersey, and he hopped into acting at the young age of 14 years old. His mom took him to a casting call in NYC for the movie Lean on Me. He ended up landing a role as Thomas Sams, a misguided drug abuser high school student. Right after his success with that movie, he got a chance to play alongside legendary rapper Tupac in the film Juice. He next made appearances in HBO's Strap, Fat Beach, Murder One, Moesha, and 6 episodes as Dupree on the Wayans Brothers TV show. He also starred alongside Bill Bellamy and Lark Voorhees in 1997's How to Be a Player. After his hiatus from Hollywood, before featuring in a film called Zoo, he was on probation in 2011 after he was caught trying to cop 200 pounds of weed from an undercover. Jermaine Hopkins pled guilty back in January 2018 for felony possession of marijuana in Wake County, North Carolina. He was sentenced to a minimum of 4 months in prison, and his sentence was suspended. Instead, he was actually slapped on the wrist with only 24 months of supervised probation. Now, cops found 5.7 pounds of sticky icky in the back of his trunk. Now, he now has to take regular drug tests as terms of his probation. Khalil Cain. Born November 22, 1964 in Manhattan, New York, Khalil's nationality is African American and Chinese. Khalil was born Khalil Cain and was actually 27 years old, playing a teenager in the film Juice. Everybody else from the crew was in their teens except him. He was actually 27, and he looked young anyway, so they decided to cast him as Raheem. Now, Raheem had many moviegoers upset and heartbroken when Bishop, aka Tupac, gunned him down in the film. Khalil went on to also play Roosevelt Nathaniel Hobbs in 1994 alongside Danny DeVito, Suddenly Susan, Friends, Girlfriends, Blue Blood, Badass, Living Single, Moesha, Angel, Sister Sister, Love Jones, Bones, For Color Girls, and portrayed Tiger Woods in Showtime's The Tiger Woods Story. Now, dude has over 45 credits in the film industry. He's also been into karate ever since 1996 and is a black belt holder in Hapkido. Omar Epps, born July 20, 1973 in Brooklyn, New York. His parents divorced when he was just a little boy, and he was solely raised by his mother, Bonnie Maria Epps, who was an elementary school principal. From Bed-Stuy, East New York to Flatbush, Omar lived in multiple areas in New York. Back in 1991, before landing a role in Juice, he was part of a rap group called the Wolfpack that he started with his cousin. He speaks Spanish and French fluently. He had a gift for writing poetry, short stories, and even penning songs at 10 years old. He went on to go to LaGuardia High School of Music, Art, and Performing Arts, where Marlon Wayans and him were high school classmates, in the class of 1990. Now, Juice was his breakout film, and right after his great performance in Juice, he was offered a role as a running back in the college football film The Program. Omar Epps went on to win several NAACP Image Awards, hundreds of films, TV shows, and he credited Tupac as one of his biggest influences. In 1999, Epps met Keisha Spivey from the group Total, and he married her in 2005. They currently have 2 children, daughter Kamari and son Amir. He also has another daughter named Ayana from a previous relationship. Cindy Ann Herron, born September 26, 1961 in San Francisco, California, is a founding member of En Vogue and sung the lead vocals on the group's first smash single, Hold On. The single boosted them to mainstream success, and it went on to sell over 1 million copies worldwide. She was always a mainstay with the group, even though other members often drifted off. She started her career in a show called Up and Coming, and she played the role of Valerie. She kept grinding until she made it to more well-known shows, including Amen with George Jefferson and Full House. She was so beautiful, she was featured as Jet's Beauty of the Week for January 13, 1980, which was actually one day after my birth. Now, she was Miss San Francisco in 1986 and second runner-up for the title of Miss California in 1986 as well. She played Omar Epps' much older girlfriend in Juice in 1992 and always maintained a career between being an integral part of En Vogue and also acting in TV shows and movies. Now, she married former Major League Baseball player Glenn Braggs in June of 93, and they have 4 children. Her oldest son is 24 years old, Donovan Braggs. Then she has Jordan Braggs, Natalia Braggs, and also Solomon Braggs. Vincent Laresca, born January 21st, 1974 in NYC, and he's of Italian and Panamanian descent. Now, he played the first villain that punked Tupac in Juice, and he played the role as Radamas, who Tupac later shot, proclaiming Riverside MF. Now, he went on to feature in several films, including The Devil's Advocate, The Aviator, Empire, Coach Carter, Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, and several TV shows. He actually keeps a very private life away from newspapers, and there hasn't been any information made available about a spouse nor children. George O. Gore II, born December 15, 1982 in Fort Washington, Maryland, he played Q's little brother Brian in Juice. He also had a major knockout role for 41 episodes in New York Undercover as Malik Yoba's son G, and 122 episodes in My Wife and Kids, and he played Michael Cal. He also went on to receive 3 nominations for NAACP Image Awards. He started his career at only the age of 10 and made his acting debut in Juice. Now, he also keeps his life extremely private and stays out of the tabloids, but is said to be a heterosexual male. Last but not least, I definitely want to touch on her, man, because there is definitely nothing on the net about her, but I was able to find just a couple of things. But I definitely think she had a small role, but I mean, she was definitely the comic relief in this movie. Lastly, Sharon Cook. Now, she's best known for her role as the ugly record store clerk with one big fat gold tooth. Everybody knows her from behind. You know, she kind of looked okay from behind, and when she turned around, hairline was way back and had one gold tooth. Now, she went on to make just one more film, and that released in 2005. It was a low-budget movie entitled Summer Dreams. Now, I'm pretty sure all of y'all out there are big-time fans of Juice, man. It's definitely a classic hip-hop movie. Now, y'all let me know, man, how y'all feel about this movie, man. Does this make you remember your childhood or some of y'all your adulthood? And let me know what y'all want me to cover next, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on the videos. Share the videos. And I'll peep y'all on the next one. Holla.